Rock Island County has had a tall mountain to climb for a long time now. There are moments when reaching the summit seems to get further out of reach. Now might be one of those moments, especially when it comes to the problems of the Hope Creek Care Center. The financially beleaguered nursing home is more than $4.5 million in debt. 2 members of its advisory board resigned, one of them the board chair. The facilities executive director also resigned. The county is now in the process of dissolving the advisory board altogether. There is a push to have the county's governance, health, and administration committee be responsible for overseeing Hope Creek directly. We can't forget about the wrench being thrown into the demolition plans of the old Rock Island County Courthouse. Circuit Chief Judge Walter Broad tried to expedite the process last month by ordering the immediate demolition of the building. Several preservation groups banded together this month to block it by filing a lawsuit. They claim the county overstepped its authority by trying to use some of the bond money for building the Justice Center annex to tear down the courthouse. Now the city of Rock Island won't issue the permit necessary to begin the demolition. City Council also earlier this week voted to express a willingness to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with Rock Island County to figure out something related to the courthouse. What exactly that is isn't quite clear. Nothing seems to go easy for Rock Island County. 2 people involved in the decision-making process for the nursing home and everything in the county are here for a conversation this morning. Rock Island County Board Chair Richard Brunk and fellow board member Drew Milkey. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Let's start with Hope Creek. The executive director resigns, 2 advisory board members quit. We've heard that there's the massive debt. Now we've heard raising property taxes, cutting expenses seem to be options to try to turn around the operation, raising fees as well. We know there is a cost-benefit analysis being done, yet there is this perception that Hope Creek is hopeless out there. So how close is the county board to reaching that conclusion? Richard Brunk?
Well, Jim, the reason we decided to hire an outside consulting firm to come in and do that analysis is so that we have some solid data to act on. And it's going to be far more than just an analysis of the home's finances and operation. They're going to look at market trends in the region and so on. So if there's a way for us to turn the home around in short order, it will be included in that data. And I'm confident we've got a board in place that's ready to make some tough decisions to ensure the long-term stability of Hope Creek.
Drew Milkey, you agree?
I do agree. I think we need to give it one more try. Richard and I have been on the board the same length of time, and we've certainly tried and tried and tried. I want to support Hope Creek as an institution, no matter what, primarily the residents. That's the most important thing we need to look at, the workers. I think people need to know that Hope Creek is a victim of the fact that when was Oak Glen, it was sustainable. And when they built the new building a few years ago, they had no revenue source for the property itself, the bond. They had no bonds for that. So it was all going to be paid for out of revenue. Well, there's not revenue there, and the landscape has changed. So I almost wish we would have stayed in Coal Valley, and it's not so many issues of the cost of wages and everything else. It's the cost of the building.
Are you guys open to basically all options right now based on the recommendations from this cost or findings of the cost-benefit analysis?
I think that the vast majority of the board understands that we're going to have to look at this data with our eyes wide open. The scope of our responsibility is so much broader than any one item. And we have to look at this data and act on it accordingly and in the best interest of the residents of Hope Creek, the taxpayers of Rock Island County, and our employees. They all deserve that.
We're about to see the we're still got more ground to cover because we're about to see the elimination of the advisory board. It does sound like the Governance, Health, and Administration Committee would handle the oversight responsibilities, if I'm correct by that. What difference do you think this will make, and how confident can the people of Rock Island County be with the new oversight plan? Drew, you want to start, kind of finish your point? And
well, my concern is that we have borrowed so much money now. Last year we paid $20,000 in just interest. And I want to make sure that, I'm pretty sure the new county board is that we're not keeping Hope Creek at all costs. But that's what's been, I feel in the past, is that we just can't let it go, we can't let it go. But no, I think that we're going to look at this objectively, and I think that finally everyone is realizing that maybe we aren't the right fit for running a nursing home.
Do you like the oversight plan, though, at the moment that looks like to be taking place?
Yeah, I think we need someone that is not in the community, someone that's qualified to look at this objectively.
Richard?
Yeah, Jim, I think that having the Governance, Health, and Administration Committee step back into that role will help ensure that the board is as prepared as possible to assess that MPA data and our administrators' presentation of that, all that information. And I think that that's vital vital to ensuring that the board's prepared to make those tough decisions for the home's future.
Do you think the people of Rock Island County are ready to throw their hands up, though? I mean, considering when they see the advisory board sort of like fall apart, and now the county's taking these steps that they might be seen as drastic, that if an advisory board isn't able to do the job, why do they think the county's going to make any difference?
MPA is going to be our new advisory board, and so that's what we're going to rely on. So, and I think that's actually better because, again, you don't have people that have any emotional ties. This is going to be objective.
And also, following up on that, you know, MPA has a lot of experience.
And MPA, this is the
working
company
with-
that's doing that analysis.
Correct,
Right.
correct. And they have a lot of experience with county-owned nursing homes in the state of Illinois. So they're probably as close as we can get to experts in that field. So again, if there is an avenue for us to be able to turn this home around in short order, it'll be included in that data.
We have more to talk about with Rock Island County board members Richard Brunk and Drew Milkey. First, our question of the week. What changes do you want to see to improve the situation at the Hope Creek Care Center? Send your answer by email to fortherecord@whbf.com or respond to this post on Facebook at the Local 4 News WHBF TV page or on my page.